In today's video, we're going to be addressing the poor interior lighting on this 4th Gen Ram, so let's get started. Okay guys, and I saved this video for nighttime so that we could illustrate and show the lighting on the inside of this truck. We're gonna focus on the front bulbs. I do have an older rear bulb if you have a quad cab or something like that. But if you guys see here, these go out. This is my fourth gen, I believe. I don't know, I've had quite a few of them, but hopefully you guys can see this. This one is flickering and is dim. See that flickering going on? This is super common, you guys. And as far as light output, you can see this one's doing a little bit of work, but over there, can't really see anything, can't see too much. It's dark, it's dim. So I'm gonna show you guys how to fix that for under $10. So in order to remove this, is gonna be a bunch of speed clips. So you're gonna pry from the back and try to get something a little bit into the center there. But there is, I promise, I'll show you guys once I take it off, speed clips that you can see in there. So don't go too crazy on this because you can break it. But if you want to insert like a plastic pry tool in here, so I'm gonna work my hand into here. And there we go. And the front portion of this is just hinged, so a couple more speed clips in the middle. One more, we'll get the other side. And then the front is just hinged in, so we can pull it forward like that. And now we can start unplugging everything from here. So it's kind of tight, you guys. What? And I get a little pick, and I'll show you guys the various parts where we disconnect this thing here. So you're gonna see this white clip on the top here. So I'm just gonna use a little screwdriver. And I don't know if I can do this all at the same time with the camera, but you guys get the idea. I'm gonna release this one here. Okay, so that first one definitely allows you to have more room after that. So I got this vanity light out. I just popped the whole assembly out. It's a little bit easier than trying to unclip the light. This one here, if you get the power rear sliding window, this is the switch for it. So this one I find is just easier to remove the whole switch. We got one more, you guys. This is for HomeSense buttons if you've got this. All right, she's out. Okay, so once we're over here to our bench, you're gonna see a black portion and this ivory color. So this is held in by a series of little clips, which aren't really doing a whole lot. And you'll see this little release tab right there. And this whole thing is gonna swing out like that. So that's gonna be all out. And this is if you have the LED version. You can open the doors right here. So if you have a regular version, this is gonna be a lot easier for you guys. You're gonna see these little door latches here, and you pop them out this way. And essentially, once you pop them out, like I said, you can see that little tab hopefully right there. You just pop the doors open like this, and you take them out, and you can change the bulb. If you have the LED version, you're gonna have to do a bit more work like we're doing. So, but the result is gonna be very good. I promise it'll be worthwhile. So once you get over to here, you're gonna see these here. So see these little plastic tabs here? What you're gonna do is just nip these off, because you gotta be able to get this off. So on the LED version, this whole plate here has the bulb in it. It's all integrated into one. If you have the non-LED version on your truck, you're just gonna have a regular 194, like a little peanut bulb they call it. You're gonna have one of those, and you're just gonna pull it out and plug it straight in. And you'll be able to do it all without taking this whole assembly down. Fortunately, unfortunately, the LED version has these, and they're plastic welded into place. So like I said, we're just gonna nip these off, and then we're gonna slide this off, this chrome piece. So here we go, guys. Take some side cutters, and you can just, you're just taking off the mushroom portion. Some of them, they don't do a very good job of mushrooming over the plastic from the factory, so don't be surprised if you can wiggle it off of one or another. But you're just getting that mushroomed portion off the top. If you can leave a little bit of material there, it's not a bad thing, because you can always melt it back over the top if you choose to use these chrome pieces, which I'll show you. You can kind of do it with or without, depending on your preference. We kind of do that, and then we'll be prying it off of here right now. So you can use something like this to get underneath there, and you're just going to be wiggling this off if you've removed enough of that, so you can see that popped off without breaking anything. And same thing, you're gonna go around on all three of them. Like I said, you might have to mess with it a little bit, but essentially you're gonna pop those off without breaking it. You might have to work it a little bit. It is just plastic, you guys, so don't go crazy on it if you're trying to preserve the chrome part. Okay, there we go, and it popped off. And this is the thing, so that's the whole reason why we gotta take this off, is it is the same. It's got that peanut bulb underneath it. So that's what I was saying. If you guys have the regular one, you're just gonna have that peanut bulb inserted into there. What we're gonna do is separate the two. So this is the same way I liked to do it on the last one, was you're gonna see these little latches. We're gonna take this latch off. So just push it, and we're gonna separate the little bezel from here. So you can see there, this is the little circuit board with the LED chip on it. This is what goes bad. And then what you can do is you can reinstall this, and you can either put like a little, crazy glue on this. You can try to melt over those tabs, whatever you want. But that's the process for that. So last time I did this a few years ago, I used these ones. So they had 9 LED chips on it. This time we're going full out, you guys. I'm gonna use this massive board here, and it's got, I think this is what, 24? What is it? 9, 18 plus 6. So yeah, it's 24 LED chips on this thing. So I'm gonna try this one out. Like I said, it's gonna be insanely bright, but I think it's gonna look pretty good. And why not do something a little bit different for this one? So what we're gonna do is, these have double-sided tape. We're gonna stick this on, and then we're gonna route our wire to behind so we can plug it in. So here we go. We got the backing off. We're just gonna place this right in the center so that she looks good. And what I'm actually gonna do is, I didn't do this last time, but I kinda wanna do things a little bit differently, is I'm gonna remove this little clear piece from the back. So I'm gonna nip these little plastic things here, because I'm gonna route my wire through it so that hopefully we don't have any obstruction with our wire. So like I said, you guys can choose which way you want to do it. I'm just messing around here a little bit, just doing things a little bit different this time around. Okay, so there we go. I got this little clear piece out, and I'm gonna route my wire right through here so that it comes into the bottom nice and clean that way. So next up, you're gonna have a series of little adapters in here. They kind of give you one for every different kind of bulb. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna shove this into here. Don't worry about polarity, and I'll tell you why in a second. But just make sure these, it's a little bit finicky, I guess. Make sure these little metal prongs are touching the metal contacts in here, because the last thing you want to do is put this all together and then find out that you're not making contact. So just make sure that you can see it making contact with both sides when you insert it, and it is. And when I said don't worry about polarity, because it's only going to work one way, you guys, is you can flip these things either way. So if you try this right now, it doesn't work, you can take this off, flip it 180 degrees, and then you'll have it working. So what we'll do is we'll go over to the vehicle right now, plug it in, make sure it works, and then we can continue on to this side. So you can throw it over top of these just temporarily. You don't have to put them down permanently just yet. And honestly, like I said, you can use a little bit of crazy glue on them, or there is quite a bit of tension on them. Like, I'm holding the whole assembly from that, just slipping them over. So I'm probably pretty good. You guys decide whether you want to put crazy glue or melt these tabs back over, but like I said, I'm literally shaking the whole thing from that, and she's not going anywhere. And when you tuck this back in, this looks beautiful from down here. So check out how many LED chips we have. This thing is gonna be stupidly bright inside, so I can't wait to see what it looks like. All right, so I know it's dark out, but I just plugged it in and we only got the one side, so that means we gotta flip the polarity. So let's go ahead and flip those wires. So we're back over here. You shouldn't need to remove this again, but like I said, we're gonna take this out, flip it 180, plug it back in. We can tuck this back down underneath our assembly and we'll go back and now it should work. All right, so we're back at the truck just so you guys can see a comparison. And this is gonna be actually a true comparison because I'm leaving one of the existing ones in there versus our new one. Guys, it is no games. Look how dark it is out. Wait till you see this. This is gonna be insane. All right, guys, I'm just holding it because I don't want to latch that in, but check that out. That is just with one side. Like you can see clear as day in here. This thing is nuts. So I'm in here. You can see even my old gum wrapper in here, which I need to throw in the garbage. And that's just one side. And that's compared to that, we've got that. So huge improvement, you guys. I just don't want to unclip that because it's a bit of a bugger to get off, but you guys can tell huge improvement. So let's go switch the other side. All right, guys, so we're back over here. We're gonna do the same thing. Pretty simple. We're gonna go over here, trim these guys. Okay, so I'll just pry this one up. I'm gonna go ahead and pry this one up. And I will have a contest for you guys in this video. So you definitely don't wanna miss that. I'll have instructions in just a second, so you definitely will want to watch this entire video to see how you can win. Okay, so there's all three. That is out. We're gonna take off this latch. That comes off. Trim this little button off. Same with this one. This will come off, or we'll just use our little pry tool, pop it off, and we're gonna discard it because we don't need it anymore. Okay, she's off, and now we'll put on our LED. So here's our LED board. We're gonna take off the double-sided tape, throw it in here. Try to keep it towards the back, you guys. You're gonna see these little dimples here. This is the hinged portion because the door actually comes in kind of close to where it has to push this button. So try to orientate them a little bit towards the back and then centered, of course, just so that it doesn't interfere. So you pretty much, if you're using this side, you're pretty much gonna put it right up to the very edge. And like that, wire is already through. We're gonna take this little guy, make sure your wires are lined up nicely. We're gonna insert it here, making sure that we have good contact, and we do. So we're gonna fully seat this, our little adapter. If there's any little plastic pieces, might not be a bad time to get rid of them. And we're gonna try this. We'll see if we get lucky in the polarity. You could probably research which one's what, but it's just faster just to do it this way in my opinion. A little less science, but she works. So I'm gonna leave this out just in case we gotta flip it so we can tuck it in a second. We're gonna push our little pins over top of our stands. There's that. And you can see they all kind of click back down. So this method works pretty good. And again, we're holding the whole thing off of that. So we're gonna run it over. And I guess we don't have to put the black portion in. We can leave the black portion off just to test our polarity. Let's go check it out. All right, boys, we're 2 for 2. So I got to flip the polarity in that one, but since we left it accessible, I can just flip the wire right here. All right, boys, check that out. It is like daytime in here. So definitely makes things a lot easier if you want to see what the heck you're doing in here. Like this thing is lit up like crazy. And they do dim, as you can see, like that. So the dim feature does work, but yeah. Okay guys, so we're back over here, and make sure both your lenses are clean and clear. There's no junk on them, or if there's any dust, now would be a good time to clean them. And we're just gonna send this in like that. So that's gonna tuck in there with 2 clips. And that is it. That is the finished product. Looks really clean, stupid bright. So you do have some options. Like I said, if you don't want that intensive lighting, you can go with the fewer chips, completely up to you, but I I just kind of want to do something a little bit different. And like you can see, so that's what I was mentioning. You want to make sure that you have your chips set a little bit back so that these can still have the clearance they need to turn on and off. So that's all that. Let's go ahead and install this. So I'm gonna go ahead and install this, you guys. It is dark out, so it's gonna be a little bit harder to see. But depending on your options, like I said, you're gonna have a few. You're definitely gonna have this one here, this 3-pin connector. It's a white one, so that slides into there. That's for the 2 lights. The middle one is if you have a electric power sliding rear window, which is that one. Vanity light goes right where my thumb is. And then on this side right here, so that's for your garage door buttons. So you're gonna click all that back in, and then we're gonna put this front in, put it up, click it in from the back. You can see there's these 4 speed clips, and she's in. So let's get this in, I'll show you guys the final result. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start with the back as far as our different clips. So we're gonna put this in. This is for, it's at our power sliding window. So that clicks in. Then we're gonna put in our little vanity light here. There's the vanity light. And last but not least is this one here. Okay, so that's all there. Just everything timed out. Woo! That is bright, you guys. So we're gonna put the front in. To our headliner. Rock it forward. Okay guys, check this out. This is so insanely bright. So I'm gonna leave the last 2 clips on the back just for a few days so I can see if this is just way overkill. But like I said, it is so insanely bright in here. Like you can see anything you need to see. Like, I don't know, I think it's kind of helpful, but some people might find it a little bit annoying being that bright. Again, there's relative to the back. And here's up front, but I think it's kind of cool that you can literally see anything in here at night. They do time out, so same thing. And look, you can see just how bright it is inside, but see how they time out. Oh, hold on a second. If we lock the truck, you'll see them time out, and they do dim completely blacked out. So that's how dark it is out. And as soon as I put my hand in, that's through the window, that's with the door open. Huge improvement. Comment down below what you guys think of this insane LED lighting. All right guys, so that's how to do it. Like I said, there's some options. If you don't want it that bright, I will link in the description below where you guys can go get either one of those. You can just do the smaller chipset ones, or you can do the whole 24 one that we just did, which I don't know. I'm gonna see, I didn't fully clip that in. I just wanna see if it becomes a nuisance or not, and I'll keep you guys posted. But if you're looking for the maximum light output from those, that's definitely the ticket. That is nuts in there. Now comes your chance. If you guys want a set of these, you can DM me on Instagram a picture. You must be following me on Instagram and here subscribed, and DM me a picture of your faded out or dim LED lights in that overhead console. And if you have dim lights, I will send you a set. You guys can pick. I have both here, whether you want the full 24 or the other ones, and I will pick 2 winners. So go ahead, now's your chance. Whoever can send me, the first 2 people to send me that, let's make it 3. First 3 people to send me that, I will send you guys a set of LED bulbs of your choice. So good luck, you guys. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. So again, comment down below if you guys think that's too bright. I'd love to hear you guys' feedback, and we'll see you guys on the next video.